Hello, my friends. Why though? Every time, I swear, I set up my camera so the view is perfect. And then when I actually hit go live, the view is completely different. Every time, without fail. What are we talking about tonight? That's a great question. I don't actually know what we're talking about tonight. We can talk about whatever it is you guys want, but remind me at the end of the stream to also make this announcement again, but I want to make sure I make it right away, and that is there is no live stream for sure next week and potentially the week after as well. We will be taking a brief hiatus due to holiday traveling, but we will be back in business once we are set in our Floridian destination. But until then, I will probably need to be not live streaming. For sure not on Tuesday. Hang on, there's still ads playing even though I hit skip. Annoying. For sure not next Tuesday. And the following Tuesday, which is what, December 1st, I think, will be TBD, but not likely, depending on the internet connection that I have. We will see. But beyond that, that's my big announcement. And just so you guys know, so this is going to be the last time we meet for a little while. And so whatever you guys want to talk about, I am here to talk about. What have I even had on my mind lately? Goals. I've been brainstorming goals of all different types for my power sheets. I actually wrote in the first page of my power sheets for the first time. And so it was the first blemish that I put in those crisp, clean sheets. And it is for the brainstorm your goals. No ideas too big, no ideas too many. So I've just been starting to write those down, and I did pick out my word of the year. I actually have 2 words of the year because I genuinely could not decide which word needed to be more prevalent in my 2021. So I picked 2, and they are in there in pretty gold foiled stickers. So I've picked my word of the year and I've started brainstorming goals. So goals have been on my mind a ton. But other than that, whatever you guys want to chat about, I am game. But let's see who all is coming to the last party of the month. Cindy is here and she made it first today. And Lissa and Janine is here. And Whisper Nest, what is your name, my friend? Hey, Molly. Molly's just here because she helped me do my nails today. That's the only reason Molly's here. Guys, look at this. I did my first dip manicure today. At home dip manicure. And while it is not perfect, like I have noticed flaws that like it's not perfectly smooth. It's a little bit bumpy. Some of the area, the top coat is a little bit less shiny than in other places. But for my first go round with this at home dip nail polish thing, I'd say I did okay. And I have gold glitter on my nails, and that's like whenever I go to the manicurist and get gel manicures, which is what I normally do when like before a vacation or something, so I don't have to bring nail polish with me, because I chip my nails, no joke, 24 hours or less after I paint them, which I have discussed on here before. I always get this like gold color that's gold, but also doesn't look terrible with silver. It's not too warm. It's not too yellow of a gold. And it is without fail my go-to gel manicure color. It is always the one I get, which is so boring to get the same color over and over again. This is very close to that color. Very close. And now it is in my home and I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited about this. I did link down below because I'm absolutely shameless. I linked the Revel nails down below, which is what I used. They have a little like referral points program thing. So if you guys sign up and use my link, I think I get 200 points or something, which means more colors for me, which is very exciting. So thank you in advance. But for the first go around, I'm pretty impressed, actually. And I have had to open containers, and like I have already done several things that would have dinged a normal manicure, and they're still intact. So, and they get 10% with that referral. Thank you for that information, Molly. Molly is the one who made me do it. She is the Revel dip polish queen, and she talks about it in our chat, our text chat, our group chat. And all of a sudden I want all the nail polishes, and so I finally sucked it up and ordered the nail polishes, and I got their entire Christmas collection, and this is my starter color. I ain't mad. I'm really not. This could be life-changing, and I'm not exaggerating when I say life-changing because I love nail polish, but my nails chip all the time. If this doesn't chip, it could be life-changing. No joke. Exactly. This is the result of my last episode of Molly Made Me Do It. That's what I posted a couple days ago when I actually ordered the stuff. This was the result. Molly made me do this. Janine is here. Whisper Nest. Oh, did you tell me your name yet? Are you still here? I don't know. I saw Becky is here, and Lindsay, and Molly, and Marie, and Ashley, and Sarah. Excellent, excellent. So yeah, that's the update. If anybody has highs or lows that they would like to share this week, let us hear them. My high was that I turned 34 this week. I turned 34 on Saturday, and it was a good day. There is a vlog coming. Yes, there's a vlog coming. I have to edit it. The vlog is a little bit of a mess because I don't actually know how much footage I took, but I can promise you this. Eric cutting cake with a meat cleaver. Yes, that is in the vlog. And so that in and of itself is a great reason to tune in on Thursday and watch the vlog because by that point, hi, Rosie. It depends if I can focus on my paper while paying attention to you. You can't focus on the paper and pay attention to this. I mean, I couldn't do it. If you can, great, but do not let me be the reason that your paper is not beautifully edited, okay? But yes, Eric cuts cake with a meat cleaver. It's pretty funny. By that point, we were like just giddy with laughter. It was a good day. It was a good day. Even though it was quarantine, he did a very, very great job of making it feel special. Even though we are, for lack of a better term, quarantined. We have been self-quarantined this whole time. I go out and I do a handful of things, but compared to what a lot of people are doing, we are, for all intents and purposes, quarantined. So that's what I'm still calling it because it's just the easiest. It's the easiest mindset for me to get around and be like, yeah, this is quarantine. So I had a quarantine birthday and it was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. So you'll see that on Thursday. So that was my high. My low, I don't know that I have any lows other than the fact that COVID's out of control. And that's just a generalized anxiety that we could be preventing, but you know, it is what it is. So there's that. And speaking of that, Lissa already mentioned The Good Doctor. Anybody here watch The Good Doctor? Because I just, while I was getting ready for this live stream, decided to start the next season of The Good Doctor, which has a 2-part episode, or two episodes directly, like no holds barred COVID. Legit COVID. And I'm like, they didn't even, like, they're not trying to tiptoe around it and call it something different. No, it's COVID. And it's terrifying. 30 seconds in and I'm like, I felt my anxiety go up before the intro even happened. Because it's so real. It is real. They took exactly what's happening in our hospitals and put it on TV, which is terrifying, quite frankly. So I heard that Grace is doing it too. I am so behind on what season, the current season, 6 maybe? I don't actually know. I can look though. Let's see. What season am I actually watching? I don't know. Season 4. Season 4, episodes 1 and 2. It's called Frontline Part 1, Frontline Part 2. So there's that. No Grace spoilers. So the current season, like the only 2 episodes that are out for this season. It's all COVID. And no, we don't need to spoil, but like, spoiler alert, if it's about COVID, we all kind of know what's going on, right? So like, in terms of that, like, we all know what's happening there. But it's scary. And I heard there are a lot of medical shows that are doing it. I'm waiting for the show that we really started to love and has not come back since the pandemic started is New Amsterdam. We being me and my husband, who is not a medical drama person, he really likes New Amsterdam, and I do too. And so we were thoroughly enjoying that show. And then the last episode we saw of theirs was at the beginning of all of this, and they actually got the actor on his webcam to be like, look, we were originally going to air an episode called Pandemic, but given the circumstance, like, I think they made it with the with the information of COVID being overseas, like they took that and they ran with it, not realizing how hard it was going to hit over here. And so by the time it was ready to go out, they were like, maybe we don't touch that right now. And so they literally skipped over this episode that they had filmed and aired pieces of a different episode. And we haven't heard from them since. There hasn't been a new episode since. And I'm like, where did my New Amsterdam go? It is such a great show. I really loved New Amsterdam. And then The Good Doctor is the show I keep forgetting that I love. So like I'll watch it for binge watch it for a couple weeks, and then I will get distracted by something else, stop watching TV, all that stuff, and then months will go by. And then what Hulu does is it will start the next episode of whatever's in your lineup once you're up to date with something. So I'll finish an episode of something else, and then Good Doctor will start playing. And if I let it go for 4 minutes, I go, oh yeah, I love this show. And then I'll watch it for another couple weeks, and then I'll forget about it. And then it's a crazy good show. It's a crazy good show. I really am enjoying it. I'm sorry, I gotta hydrate. Y'all, I'm real behind. I'm real behind in my water today. I went and had a facial today, which was lovely, and why I'm not completely done up because Sunny massacred my face. I got a chemical peel. It's the last time I'm going to see her until spring or later, who knows. So I'm like, I'm just not going to pile. Y'all love me without my makeup on, right? I have a little bit of eyeshadow on for you, and that's about it. So yeah, so that's my low. Going back to like the generalized COVID thing, not the whole TV show thing. I'm really enjoying my TV shows. Let's see what everybody else is saying. Did I miss? Don't make it out of the car if I don't do gel polish. Same, Marie. My toes, regular nail polish on my toes can last me months. I literally have to either remove it the next time I get a pedicure, or my toenails grow because I have like this much toenail on most of my toes because I have hammer toes. I don't know if that's actually related to toenail size, but I have hammer toes and symptom of CMT. So like my nails will grow and outgrow the nail polish that's on them. That's the only reason the nail polish disappears. You put nail polish on my big toe and it sits there like a gel manicure would. I can't explain it. I can't last 24 hours with it on my fingers. Whatever. But I'm a nail polish junkie. Like, that's the worst part, is I'm a junkie. I really am. And thanks to Molly, I might become a different kind of nail polish junkie. Let's see. Can't wait until it doesn't chip on her. Mine will be blown. No joke, when I went and opened my container for dinner, I literally pushed hard on it, and my first gut was like, oh God, I just ruined my manicure, and I didn't. So it's so far so good. So far so good. Polish chips instantly on my nails. Dip lasts at least 2.5 weeks. Y'all, yes. In all seriousness, I think I'll be able to shower tomorrow for the first time in almost 2 weeks. That's the best high ever, Lissa. That's amazing. Low is that I'm still dealing with emotional crap, anxiety, depression. Yes. And I know that there are different levels and everything, but even my husband's like, I'm struggling. And I'm like, babe, it's the weight of everything happening in this world right now. I promise you. He goes, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, lots of people, myself included, are struggling for one reason or another right now. So there are many, many levels of that, but I'm not surprised when someone tells me that they're struggling, because it's hard. Emotions are hard right now, guys. I upped my bicep weights in lift 4. Yes. I'm low as I'm pretty much over lift 4. I'm ready to move on, but we'll finish this round. Next week, Ashley, things change up. Things get different and they get exciting. Not like blow your mind exciting or anything, but he switches it up in such a way where it keeps you guessing, and I really love the shred weeks a lot. And I'm very excited to be there, because I'm kind of feeling the same, like, oh, another lift 4 workout. They're so good, but they feel a little bit mundane. For the first time, I actually listened to music while I worked out today. Like, I put headphones in, turned Joel on, and I'm like, and I use the closed captions so I can read what he's saying, telling us to do, and I just listened to music, and it was very enjoyable. Let's see. I'm on season 3. Grey's is COVID. Chicago Med's COVID. Yep. My sister loves that one. Good Doctor is on Hulu, not Netflix. I mean, I don't know about Netflix. I haven't had an active Netflix subscription in months, so I don't actually know what's on there. Once we get back on there, because we're going to do that eventually, I'll see what all's on there, but I have no idea what's on Netflix right now. Kim is here. I keep going back and forth as to whether or not I like The Good Doctor. That's fair. Not sure how I feel about COVID in TV shows. I kind of want to watch TV to escape. And one of my good friends said that just yesterday. She caught up on all of her TV shows and posted in her Instagram stories like, guys, I love my TV shows, but shouldn't Rona not be in the TV shows? But, and like, part of me agrees, but also my logical thinking is that hopefully, maybe, possibly, people that aren't taking this seriously watch one of those and actually start to take it seriously. Like, I can't imagine that that wouldn't be the reason that they would put that out. You know, if they didn't think that it would change anybody's mind, I don't think they'd do it. But like, if you're someone who watches Grey's Anatomy, you know, and people of all kinds watch Grey's Anatomy, if you throw COVID in there, people are going to watch it, you know? And maybe it'll change somebody's mind who's not taking it seriously. Maybe it won't. But so for that reason, I think it should be in the TV shows. But like I said, I was 30 seconds into this episode today, and like the anxiety that it provoked was real, was very real, because I understand what's happening out there right now. My mother works in a hospital. I know what's happening right now. And it's so real that it's anxiety provoking. So the same way, I'm like, oh, I really don't want to see it. But at the same time, I think other people need to. That's how I feel about it personally. Guess who's not behind on her water? Way to go, Kim! Awesome! We're not washing dishes and cleaning with our toes. That's true. That's true. First time catching you live. Crystal, hello. Nice to have you here. Welcome to the live chat. Thankful I'm working. It's a good distraction from the world. I know I'll get it back. It's just hard when I went from feeling so great to feeling so terrible, but I'm doing better than I was last week, which is an improvement. That's great. At some point, I'll finish a round of Lift 4. If you like pandemic-type shows, Contingent is spot on. That is what I've heard. That is what I've heard. I can see the advantage. I think it's part of why Grey's decided to go with it. They considered not. Also, they donated a ton of medical supplies during their hiatus, which I think is great. That's awesome. Good for them. Good for them. The show Superstore did COVID. It was funny. Hoarding toilet paper and all. No kidding. I haven't watched that show, but that's... a lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are doing it. We haven't watched any show that has done it. Like I said, New Amsterdam was going to do it and then didn't. Months and months and months and months and months ago. But other than that, but we don't watch a whole lot of TV, truly. What do we watch? We started watching Blackish. We talked about that last week. And we are almost done with Blind Spot. That is what we've been watching. And then we've been watching movies. So it hasn't come up yet, but This Is Us is doing it too. Oh, I remember I saw a preview. I am not up to date at This Is Us at all, and I'm trying to decide if I care if I find out spoilers or not. Part of me doesn't want to get emotionally invested in that show again because there's just so much happening, and there's so many other shows, and there's all the real life emotions, and I'm like, do I care about the plot enough where I don't want spoilers? But at the same time, whatever the case may be, I'm not up to date. But I saw the preview, the first preview for the new season, and it had masks involved. And I was like, way to be relevant immediately. This Is Us. Way to go. Like social distancing, masks, the works. They had the whole thing in there, which I thought was really cool. Haven't watched the episode to see what they actually do with it, but I thought that mad props to them for doing that. I hope that translated into the show and wasn't just for the commercial. So they're doing, oh, well, that makes sense with, what's his name? Oh my gosh, what's the black guy's name? Randall. I wanted to call him Russell, and his name's Randall. Hi, Danielle. Good to see you. So yeah, that's all the TV stuff. That's all the TV stuff. So what would you guys like to chat about tonight? I am all ears. If you've ever worked retail, Superstore is a funny show. The absurdity of it all. Customers and dealing with corporate office decisions. Interesting. I haven't worked retail in a long time, but I would relate. I would relate. I'm trying to think if there's anything profound to inform you guys of. Oh, you guys can get this spoiler if you didn't see on Instagram. Remember how I said I was going to go get a cupcake for my birthday? I was going to go to the fancy grocery store, get a delicious gourmet cupcake, right? My husband went to the grocery store, like left for the store while I was still sleeping on my birthday. The man comes home with an entire cake. An entire cake for the two of us. We've been having cake every day for dessert since my birthday. Thankfully, tonight is the last night. I have one more piece of cake waiting for me downstairs, and then the cake is gone. I love me some cake, but it is real hard to hit your macros when you have giant freaking pieces of cake every night. Just throwing that out there. Even with 2,100 calories. Woo! Holy moly, my body needs a couple days off of sugar after tonight. I tell you what. That was my thought on the reverse diet update. I'm like, I should update you guys because I just released my actual official reverse diet video yesterday. So now here we go with the cake again. Oh man, it's top of mind. But I'm at 20. I don't remember what I was in the video. I'm 2,100 this week, which is good. It feels very good. I have got to be getting close to maintenance. I'm guessing my weight currently. I didn't weigh today, but I weighed yesterday, and I measured this morning, and everything is up, which is not surprising when I've been eating cake for 4 days, right? 3 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, it'll be 4 days of cake. So I'm not at all surprised that everything is up, including just my measurements, because they're like, I'm sorry. What are you trying to do here? Giving me all of this sugar? What's wrong with you, woman? So there is a very solid chance that I will be sticking to 2,100 calories next week to see how that goes. But I imagine I am not that far from maintenance. I can kind of feel it. I can feel it, like this feels comfortable. This feels manageable. And I feel fluffier, but that's because of the cake. So we'll have to see what time without cake does. But I'm getting there, I think, which means I have to have the discipline to hold fast. And let me tell you that I can already feel my willpower waning. I can already feel it. Not in terms of like, I want to eat all the things. No, in terms of, but I should be cutting. Like, I can already feel that in the back of my brain going, oh, you've almost made it to maintenance mode. Congratulations. Why don't you start cutting like next week? It's there. Like, I have a little devil on my shoulder that's telling me to go and cut, even though I know I'm supposed to wait until like March to do that. So there is definitely a mental shift in there that has not clicked yet, because the worst part is because I know I'm going to do it. So like I'm getting the whole like I've got the body confidence. You guys saw my Instagram post on my birthday. Like I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling good. And because of that, I'm going, it would make me feel even better. That's what this is. Like you think you're feeling yourself now. How about if you feel yourself after 8 weeks on a cut? Why can't I just be happy at maintenance for a while? Why? I don't understand. So it is not all fun and games here in reverse diet land, let me tell you. Because like part of me is there for the pull, and I'm already trying to make excuses for like, what if I start in February? Which, depending on how I'm doing, I might. If I'm like real solid and feel really ready to just drop some calories, maybe I will. But like, that's still February. I still got to get through December and January at minimum. And I'm sitting here with the little devil on my shoulder telling me I should cut next week. I'll tell you what. I just finished eating cauliflower tater tots and they were amazing. Yes! Cauliflower tater tots, if you pop those bad boys in the air fryer, dip them in a little ranch dressing or something, oh my gosh, they're so good. They are so good. I do. I always want to move on to the next thing. I really do. And it's a problem. And it is something like, I'm always like that. I'm always like that. I either can't relish in the joy of accomplishing something, or something is never good enough. Or like, I just get tired of the current adventure I'm on and want to do something different. Crafting, whatever it is, I always want to move on. I'm in the middle of a book and I hear about a different book and I automatically want to start reading the other book and abandon the book that I'm currently reading. I am not a finisher. I am a starter. We talked about this in Better Than Before, right? I'm not a finisher. I want to be a finisher. An opener. Thank you. An opener. That's what it is. I'm an opener, not a finisher. And it's real. It's real. And it even goes down to my diet. I don't want to finish my reverse and stay in maintenance. I want to finish my reverse, declare maintenance, and immediately go into a cut, which literally defeats the entire purpose. It defeats the entire purpose of the reverse diet, because you're supposed to reverse, find your maintenance, and then stay there. Support abandoning the current. Is it still bad? I still haven't started it. Is it still bad? I thought you said it was getting better. Sarah had some very choice thoughts about the book that we are reading for book club this month. And I haven't reopened it. I started this book once. I did not get very far. I don't remember why I stopped, but I remember starting it and abandoning it. And I can't remember why. I'm certain once I open the book again, I will remember why I abandoned the book. I'm sure, but we will see. I wonder if this is part of why you started your reverse early. Oh, it absolutely is. I got tired of waiting. I'm like, you know what? I'm so excited about this reverse, this new and exciting thing that I want to do, that forget being in a cut for another 4 weeks. I don't want to do it. And I just went right into the reverse. Now, ultimately, I actually think that was the right move, because I've been trying to be in a caloric deficit since 2008. So I needed that permission. I needed that break. I needed that to happen. So that's fine. I'm not mad that I started the reverse early. I am furious that I want to end it. Like, just let me have my calories, brain. Just let me do it. Because if we removed the element of the weight of the cake and how that is negatively impacting my body because it's a lot of sugar, if we removed that, everything on this reverse has been going flawlessly. Even if I haven't been adhering 100%, my weight has been staying the same. The measurements either go up a little bit or down a little bit, but like have stayed the same. Everything has stayed the same from the beginning till now, with very, very, very minimal change, right? That's exactly what's supposed to be happening. That is exactly what is supposed to be happening. And even so, I'm like, but why don't I just cut? I'm hoping that that's the case, Rosie. I really am. And just like with the stress of everything, not having to, oh no, sorry, Ashley. Whoops. I mean, eat vegetables, Violet, eat your vegetables. I'm hoping that's what happens though, that like eventually, like starting next week when we're road tripping and doing all that stuff, I will appreciate the fact that I have those calories to do, to consume and all that jazz. So here's hoping, but it's a blip in the road and it is what it is. But I want to be real with y'all and be like, yeah, having more calories is fun, but also my brain already is like, you know, what would make this even better if you could cut for a while, because I know, because this reverse diet is working, because my weight hasn't been changing, I know that my metabolism is keeping up. So what's really exciting me is getting to, in a perfect world, I've been guesstimating that I'd land at like 2,300 calories. We'll see where I actually land. But like in a perfect world, I'm there and then I can just cut down to 1,700 and still be losing a pound a week. Like, go, 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 Joe. That's my theme song for anything that needs to be fast. Go, 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 Joseph. Anybody? Anybody? One of my favorite musicals of all time. Dream Roll. Yep. But so like in my brain, I'm like, yes, this reverse is dieting. Or what? This reverse is working, which means that cutting is going to work well too. That's what's happening in my brain. It's because I can already feel the success of my next cut, and I would just rather have it now. And I need to get over that. It's getting better, but it's not groundbreaking. That's good. I'm this way too. Never finish things. Are you a Gemini? I am not. I am a Scorpio. Not that I truly believe in those things, but I feel like I've met many Geminis like this. Haven't started the book. I made chocolate espresso chip cookies today. Yum! That sounds delicious. Audrey. It's funny because when I said that, Audrey, you were who I thought of. And I was like, oh, Audrey's not here. So you are here. That's hilarious that you randomly just popped up there because you are who I thought of when I said Go, 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 Joe. Because it's one of Audrey's favorite musicals. Catching up. Birthday was last Saturday. Yep. I'm a Gemini and scattered as heck. Interesting. Well, I think this fits very well with having discipline as one of your words for 2021. Exactly. 100%. So those are, I can tell you guys what my words are. I picked two, and I talked about growth being my desired word for the year for several months now. And I didn't want to let that go because I felt like growth was very, very important. But the word that nagged at me, like, you really need to focus on this. Like, growth sounds great, but you really need to focus on this, and that is discipline. So my first word of the year for 2021 is actually discipline, because every goal that I set, I guarantee you, every goal that I set in 2021, and I haven't set any concrete goals yet, I just have brainstorm pages happening, but every goal is going to require discipline. Discipline is going to be the root. Discipline is going to be the root of all of my goals, and growth is going to be the result of all of my goals. That is how 2021, even in my head, before I've even set concrete goals, that's how it's shaping up to be. And so I just need, in all things, I need to learn to be so much more disciplined. So you're exactly right, Lissa. Just staying the course is going to take discipline in and of itself. To not throw in the towel and just be like, well, let me just eat food because I can. That's not what I'm doing. I have to have the discipline to stay tracking on maintenance with my macros and all that jazz for the time period that I had originally planned. And then the discipline to cut. Two completely different disciplines, both very important. All of the goals I have in my brain are going to require massive amounts of discipline that I know I have somewhere in here, but I have not tapped into. So it's going to be a challenging year in terms of what I want to do. I want to challenge myself. That I feel like that's what I need to achieve the growth that I want. So discipline is going to be a very, very key factor in that. I popped on, as you said, Go, 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 Joe. One of the best shows ever. Literally the show that got me into musical theater. That show is what got me into musical theater. Transform was my 2020 word. And how did that go? Did you, even amongst all the crazy, were you still able to find ways to transform? I mean, I guess the year kind of transformed for you, didn't it? But I'd be interested. What even is my word of the year this year? I don't actually remember. Oh wait, is it vibrant? Is that this year? Is that this year? Vibrant. Yeah, this was this year. I lost 20 pounds. That's awesome. Way to go. Way to go. Yeah, this doesn't have a label on it, which is why I was like, wait, is this my word of the year this year? I don't even know. I have not upheld this to the extent with which I could have, but it hasn't died away either. It's full of energy and enthusiasm. I'm trying. I at least try to infuse vibrancy into my days. It doesn't always happen, but I try. It was your first show too, Audrey? That's awesome. Yeah, my mom took me to see it when I was 8 years old and Donny Osmond was the star. It was downtown Chicago on tour, and it changed my life. It literally changed my life. I don't know what it was about that show, but it was the first show I memorized and the first professional show I saw, and it just stuck that like music theater was a thing that I loved. just stuck. I get it in theory, but I still don't get the point of the word of the year. It's just something to keep you grounded in your intentions for the year, Rosie. Like, that's how I look at it. It's like, if my word of the year is discipline, I need to keep that at the forefront of my mind at all times, because discipline is ultimately what I'm trying to achieve, what I'm trying to gain from this year. And all of my goals will reflect that, and how I approach my goals should reflect that. And if ever I start to waver in procrastination and all of the things that I really love to do to sabotage myself, I need to call on that word and remind myself that this year is about discipline. And that, I think that's how the word works. Like, if the word of the year thing's not for you, then it doesn't have to be. But a lot of people like vibrant. 2020, granted, I picked this word before we knew there was going to be a global pandemic that shut everything down. But like vibrant, my goal this year was to be full of energy and enthusiasm, which is literally the definition of vibrant. I wrote it on the back of the card. And so I wanted to approach, and I still try to approach everything I do with this emotion, with this feeling, with this word. And it's a good reminder, and my thing has fallen down, but I should actually leave that somewhere where I can see it so I remember that my word of this year is still vibrant. So, but that's the point of the word of the year. I think my phrase of the year needs to be quit eating your kids' leftover mac and cheese. Joy is a good one, Ashley. Joy is a really good one. Patience is my 2020 word. I've had to get pretty comfy with it, but it's still a struggle. That's a good one. I know nothing about that show. Man, it's one of the best shows out there. It really is. It is. Oh, it's so good. It's just so good. And my dream role, like, for the people that know me personally, like, more than the role of Elphaba and Wicked. And lordy, do I want to play that role. I think that role was created for me. More than that role, I want to be the narrator in Joseph. That is, like, if I could do one role in my life, that's the role I want to play. Truly. It's just, it's such a good role, and beautiful and fun, and oh, yes. I love that show. I love that show. But I will only listen to the Donny Osmond version of it. There have definitely been times I took action specifically because I remembered my word of the year is courage. Yes, that's the point. I need to think of my word. I'm never able to think of one. Thinking of random words is not a good start. Think of what you need more of in your life. That is how I came up with that, with my words. What do I need more of in one word? And then several words come to mind, and you narrow it down from there. Kids in my son's class, Scout Trooper, in a high school presentation of Joseph. It was awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm thinking if I have one, it'll be coincidence or confidence. What are your thoughts on Goal School? I haven't even logged into Goal School yet. I need to. They finally set up my email address. It wasn't working originally, so I had to email them and get all that sorted out. I have the email that says, okay, we fixed your credentials, but I haven't even gone in there yet, and I need to, because I just want to browse Goal School. I'm not going to set any goals in my Power Sheets until Cultivate Your Year Live, which is on the 7th, which is not far away. Not far away at all. It's like, what, 3 weeks? Holy cow. But I haven't messed around with it yet. But I want to make sure I know what's in there before. That's what I thought you meant, Rosie. I want to log in and just poke around before we actually get to Cultivate Your Year Live. Because in a perfect world, Cultivate Your Year Live is the day that I set my goals. And my Power Sheets are done on December 7th. That is my hope. That is my hope, unless I get totally tripped up by something, or for some reason something happens that I'm not able to attend live, which I hope won't happen, because in theory I have it all planned out where I will be where I need to be and have internet and be able to just sit and do the thing all day. But so my goal is to be able to go all day, sit with my thoughts and my formulated, what if I had this as my goal list, and really just nail it out at Cultivate Your Year Live. That's my hope. We'll see, though. We'll see. I definitely struggle with that. Part of me wants to pick some sassy word that has a double meaning, something that throws people off. But you don't have to tell anybody else. It shouldn't throw anybody else off because the word is for you. The only reason I share my word is because I'm a YouTuber who talks about her goals. Like, that's why I share my word. You don't necessarily have to share your word at all. It's for you. It's not for anybody else. I would be an epic narrator in Joseph. Thank you. I like to think so too. It's, oh, I would love to do that. I really would love to do that so much. Took the day off to be, oh, I love that. I love that you took the day off of work to do that. Yeah, I've got no plans that day. My whole planner is blocked off for the whole day. I'm not doing any other work except vlogging because it's Vlogmas, but that's a whole other thing. I've even got Vlogmas meticulously planned out, you guys. Like, I know what day, what vlog of which dates is going up. I have never done that before. So I'm kind of proud of that. So Vlogmas is happening. But other than Vlogmas, I have nothing planned that day. So we will see. We will see. I'm very excited about it. Pumped for Vlogmas. It'll be good. I filmed, so you guys can get the 411, the sneaky peek. I have 2 videos for Vlogmas that are not going to be vlogs. Only 2. The first one is my December goals, because I feel like I have to finish out my year by sharing my goals. And then the second one, I have no idea. It was good in theory. I don't know how well it translated on video. I filmed it yesterday. But I put together a gift guide for, I don't even know what to title it, the weight loss enthusiast, the fitness enthusiast. It's for the person in your life that is either wanting to lose weight, get healthier, or is into healthy living. Like, what would you call that? Part of me is like, I'm going to call it the gift guide for weight loss because that's what's going to get clicks. But it's for that type of person. It's for me. It's for my type of person who's a fitness enthusiast, wants to lose a couple pounds, wants to be healthier, all that jazz. And I literally made a list of a bunch of things that I think would be great gift ideas from all different food, kitchen, fitness, all the things, right? And then like I gave specific brands and I give all of these things, but like I don't have any of this stuff. So it's gonna like pop up different pictures and I went through stuff really quickly. Like some like protein powders are expensive, but if it were me, I would enjoy getting specific protein powders. And I actually did ask for protein powders of various kinds for Christmas. And so I listed off a couple of brands that are tried and true or ones that I wanted to try and things like that. So like, it's a really rapid fire rundown of a bunch of different gift ideas. And I hope that ends up turning out okay. I hope. I really do. I finished filming it and I was like, I have no idea if this worked well or not. No idea. But at least there's an interest in it. So as long as gift guide for healthy living, I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Where's my little piece of paper? Why do I never have a piece of paper ready for this live stream? You would think by now I'd have a whole notebook sitting next to me. Some weeks I do that, but I'm gonna write that down just so I don't forget it. Gift guide for healthy living. Okay. Please post that one early December. Yes, it is scheduled to go up not the 3rd, but I think the following Monday. Hang on, I can tell you guys exactly when it's gonna go up. Let me see. I have it all written out, but I wanted to make sure I got it up early enough. The 7th. Is the 7th early enough? That's when I have that slated. The other thing I could do is I could swap the goals video for the gift guide. So the gift guide would go up on the 3rd or whatever that Thursday is, and the goals would go up on the 7th. Would that be preferred? Would you like to see the gift guide first and goals second? Because I don't know, like, how timely do the goals videos need to be? The goals videos are usually just the first video I upload in that calendar month. Because I feel like people want to hear about my goals at the beginning of the month, not in the middle. But it's totally up to you guys. You guys are here. You're my crew. If you guys want the gift guide first, you tell me and you'll get the gift guide first. I can swap those 2 videos for you very easily. If you need that extra half a week or whatever. My wish list includes cookies. Nice. I'm not sure if it matters or if I already mentioned it, but the 3rd is International Day of Persons with Disabilities. I don't know that you did notice that or mention that, but I'm very glad you did. Not to change anything. It won't change anything, but it's very helpful to know, and that will be helpful for me to know while I'm vlogging. And I'm gonna forget. Rosie, on that day, if you think about it, could you send me a DM and remind me that it's that day? Because that would be very helpful for me to just be able to say something in one of my vlogs, because why not? Speaking of, since you guys are all a little pumped about Vlogmas, do you have anything specific you'd like to see in Vlogmas? Because I don't even know. Like, I'm sitting there and I've told my entire in-law contingent of the family, I was like, y'all have to help me make Vlogmas interesting, because this is a very COVID Christmas and we need to figure out how to make Vlogmas interesting, even if we don't go anywhere. So what would you guys like to see out of Vlogmas? Spoiler alert, the first video of Vlogmas is actually going to start on Thanksgiving. It's not going to go up on Thanksgiving, but it's going to be Thanksgiving and my side of the family's Christmas. That's going to be the first Vlogmas video. So I'm starting a little early to give myself a little bit of time to get all 12 days of Vlogmas in there. That's another thing you should know. It's 12 days of Vlogmas, not 24, because uploading a video every day is freaking hard. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. Because I'd like to spend time with the family that I'm traveling to spend time with. Hauls for people who have disabilities that own businesses. Cookie baking, if you and the fam are into that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's interesting. I don't actively seek out small businesses with disabilities. Maybe I should. I don't know. But, you know, cute clips of Gracie and Alice are always requested. That's true. That's true. Doing hauls from Black-owned businesses. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. That's really interesting. I don't even know if this is, I don't know behind bluebeargifts.com. So here's a small business for you. I don't know if they're disabled or not, but for CMT Awareness Month, they released this card. And it just says, you got this. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys or not. But it's a girl in leg braces. Like, it's me. Those are my braces. Those black braces are my braces. So I bought the card. It's a blank card. But I bought it for myself just to keep it on my desk. Because it's a girl in braces that says, you got it. And I was like, you know what? It's a good reminder. So it's from Blue Bear Gifts. Can you guys see that? I don't know if this person has a disability or just happens to know somebody with a disability, or is just really up on CMT Awareness Month because she launched them for that, but I was there for it. I ordered it. I also ordered a CMT Warrior pin from her. So that's a small business I've ordered from. The small businesses I order from are planner businesses, truly, because I follow all of those people on Instagram. Cute clips of Gracie. Yep. Yeah, so I don't know what else is going to happen for Vlogmas, but I'm really glad that you guys decided you're going to come along for the ride. We will see. We will see what happens. We will have guests come on. Got a sticker haul today. Yes. I love me some good sticker hauls. I've ordered a couple of things that I got some new washi tape that's super pretty and I can't wait to get my hands on it. And then I ordered a massive sticker order, but it's literally all the same sticker. I ordered a quarter's worth or like half a year's worth of the same sticker for my Moxie Life Planner because I'm a dork. Hello, Debbie. Welcome to your first live. I'm so glad you're here. We are just hanging out and talking about whatever we want to talk about. So if you have anything you want to chat about, let us know because we would love to chat with you. Yeah, so even my sticker hauls have been really, really boring. I tell you what, man. All I've been buying lately is skincare and nail products. And that's it. I bought one order of regular nail polish and then this, and that was it. Like, I've actually been pretty good. For a holiday season, I've been pretty good. I need to stop ordering stickers. I want to be the person who has a cute, fun planner, but history has proven that that's not me. And that's okay. I totally understand, first of all. I totally understand wanting to be X type of person because I tell myself stuff like that all the time. But it's also okay that you're not that person. It's okay. And you know, maybe one day, once you let go of that expectation, maybe you'll find that you are more apt to use the cute stickers. Maybe not. Maybe not, and that's okay. I go through phases. There are some weeks that I use all the stickers in my planner. There are some weeks, this is the only thing that goes in my planner, a black pen. I always write in a black pen, by the way. That's like my planner thing. I will use stickers. I will use markers to highlight things in different colors. I always write in a black pen. I don't know what it is, but I feel like the writing always needs to be black. I don't know. Like, I have all these colorful markers and pens or whatever, but text, black. Always. Black pens for life. Yep. I've been getting more and more into planner stuff, but I'm also learning my planning style and realizing it involves fewer stickers. And again, that's okay. If that's not you, you don't, just because all of the pretty stuff is out there doesn't mean you have to be that person. Like, for me, I would love to be a shoe person. You know, all the girls like on Sex and the City where like shoes are gold. Shoes are more valuable than diamonds. Shoes and shoes and shoes. Except blue pen. Oh, you're a blue pen person? I'm a black pen person. I am not a blue pen person at all. Has to be black. But like, I would love to be a shoe person. There's one problem. These feet don't do fancy shoes. I can't even walk in high heels. So even though I want to be a shoe person and love looking at pretty shoes, I know that's never going to be who I am. And I need to be okay with that and do something that I can't, like, instead I'm a nail polish person, right? Which is also ironic because these hands are something special. But maybe this helps. This helps me with my very special hands. At least they have pretty nail polish on them. You guys, this is totally random, but it came to me. So my facialist is not just a facialist. Like when you go and see Sunny, you get like the top tier spa treatment. You get the facial. You also get a foot massage with oils and heat on your feet. You get dry brushed on your arms. You get a shoulder and neck massage, and you get lotion on your hands or whatever, right? So like she's full service, legit like spa experience with Sunny. And today she's like, okay, so I don't want you to be offended. I'm like, you're not gonna offend me. And she goes, but I just wanted to tell you, I wanted to mention, she goes, I've touched a lot of people's bodies, and massaging you and like your hands and stuff, she goes, I noticed the difference. Now that I'm getting to know you and I'm paying more attention, she goes, I notice the difference in your body versus a normal body. And I just wanted you to know that. And I thought that was so interesting because sometimes people don't notice, but sometimes, like, I'm very impressed that she took the time to like acknowledge the difference in just structure of my body. Like, not even that, like, she's known the whole time that my arms don't straighten, so she's worked around that flawlessly without a single hiccup. But like feeling, she notices a difference in the way my hands feel when she's massaging them and how they're much more fragile than the normal hand or whatever. And I thought that was very interesting that like she not even had the guts. Like, I love when people want to have an open conversation with me about my differences, please, as long as you're not insulting. So she was worried about offending me, but she was like, I just wanted to tell you that I noticed, and it's very interesting to me. And I'm like, I'm glad that this is interesting to you. So that was me talking about the hands. I'm like, I'm nail polish instead, even though these hands are just as broken as my feet, but at least I can do something pretty for my hands. I think my next sticker purchase is going to be blank adhesive paper to print my new habit tracker on. Gretchen Rubin says, just because it's fun for other people doesn't mean it's fun for you. That is exactly right. That's exactly right. It's like, for me in true crime, I can't get into it. I just can't. I need happiness in my life, and so I don't understand the people that love listening to a bunch of murder stuff that could freak them out and getting enjoyment out of it. But I understand that's a huge thing. It's not fun for me, and that's okay. That's okay. Good night, Rosie. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. Good luck on your paper. Let us know how it goes. I like the pretty, but it overwhelms me. I don't get those planner spreads that don't leave room for planning. Exactly. And so like mine is a super, it's super combination. Like, I plan first and then I use the pretty thing. So like, if I know I'm going to clean, I slap a cleaning thing on my schedule, a cleaning sticker. But like, I don't decorate with all of, I could never get behind, I really tried, and I have some kits left over. Like the square stickers that are just all things that cover all of the things and don't leave room for you to write anything. I agree with that. I'm a functional planner sticker person. Functional. I lost it. I only use blue pens. When I worked for a bank, there were black ink people, and the blue ink was literally like 2 different clicks. That's hilarious. I didn't know that was such a controversial comment that I write in black, but I only write in black. Sounds nice. I'd love to have a facial right now. It is the one thing, truly, starting facials is the one thing I did for myself in 2020. I had every intention of starting it in 2019, and then just like time sped by and the holidays and everything. So I had always intended on starting facials in 2020, and I didn't get to start until even after COVID shut Sunny down for the first round of shutdowns. And it was just, I've always wanted to do something regular like that for myself, and I've never really done it. And I committed to doing it this year, and I really am enjoying it. And it is something that, finances willing, I'm going to keep doing once we return from travel and everything. And it's so nice. It's just it's a treat to myself, and it's helping my skin, and it's very good. And I get to see somebody. But the nice part about it is it's not like going to like this commercial spa or anything like that. Like, I'm going to somebody who, she's in like these suites where like it's a big building with individual closed door small suites that people rent. So when I go there, I walk straight into her suite where there's no other people, where she has just deeply sanitized everything. She is in a mask the entire time, and it's just me and her. And so I feel very safe there, as opposed to going like a big, like commercialized spa place or something like that, you know? I need my planner to be functional. Yep. I love stickers. Why I have a sticker shop, but I'm more into functional ones like scripts and boxes. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was thinking about you this whole time we've been talking about planner stickers. Plan with Stormy is a sticker shop, ladies and gentlemen. My Erin Condren meal planner came with a ton of stickers, and I tried to use them, but since I'm the only person that sees it, I think, what's the point? Nobody else looks at my planner, and I still use all the stickers. There's some people who leave no room to plan. Catching up on the comments. My friend is always pushing those murder documentaries on me, which sometimes I love, but I can't watch something like that at any given time. I have to be in the right mindset. 100%. 100%. And I'm just like, there is a time and a place, and my husband actually has learned this about me, and we will pick what we're going to watch based on what time of day it is. Like, I really, occasionally I can do it, but not always. I like to something a little bit lighter, or something that I'm used to before bed. But like, we've been watching the Blade movies because we're working our way through all Marvel movies, not just Marvel Cinematic Universe, all Marvel movies. We just started, and we started with Blade. Why? I'm not sure, but we started with Blade, and so we were watching the second one. We decided to watch that like in the afternoon on a Saturday, and then later I was like, we can watch another movie. What should we watch? And he let me pick, and I was like, how about Fantastic Four? Because Fantastic Four, while still an action movie, is lighthearted and a little bit funnier and all that jazz, and that would leave me not feeling very sad by the time I went to bed. I hate watching something super serious right before I go to bed. When I was in high school and in college, I think I did this even after I moved back home after college. I can't remember, but I will always remember, like, it was like 9 o'clock, I think, on the Family Channel. Whose Line Is It Anyway would come on, and they would play 2 episodes. So it would be an hour of Whose Line Is It Anyway? 9 o'clock every weekday night. And whether I was at home, I was in college, or back at home, whichever that was, I would go out in the family room and I would watch Whose Line Is It Anyway when I didn't have a TV in my bedroom, and then when I got a TV in my bedroom, I'd watch it, and then after Whose Line was done and I laughed my tush off for an hour, I turned off the TV and went to bed. And it was lovely because I always went to bed or got ready for bed feeling happy because I had just spent the last hour laughing at a funny TV show. And being married to my husband, he likes the drama. So like even when we've been watching Blackish for a while, the other day he's like, I need something with drama. We need to do drama tonight. And I was like, fine, let's do something drama tonight. But Stormy Creatives, ladies and gentlemen, is playing with Stormy's shop. And so I don't know. There's a time and a place, like Danielle said. But oh my gosh, whose line is it anyway? If you ever get the chance to watch that before bed, highly recommend it. Highly recommend. Older episodes. I'm not so sure about the new ones, but the old ones with the original cast, spot on. My face is a hot mess. I need to start them again. Oh my gosh. And like my face is still a hot mess in some places. Like here, you guys can see, because I don't have makeup on. You guys can see that I still have a hot mess happening down there. And so I walked into Sunny. I've been on my new routine for a while now. Like every other place, my skin is like glowing and beautiful. And then down here, I'm still a hot mess. So I walked in, I'm like, Sunny, I don't know what else to do. I'm literally doing everything right. And she looked at me and she said, now it's not about your face. We got to start looking at things like gut health. Because down here is like hormones and gut and all that stuff. So now I have to start picking apart my diet to figure out what I can do more of or what I need to do less of to fix this. Because this is no longer a topical skincare issue. It is an inside issue, which I totally believe her when she says that. But I was like, really? I'm doing all this fun stuff for my face and this right here, ow, this right here can't clear itself up? Come on. But the facials really help. And I feel like it is such a twofold thing, because in the moment you get to do something nice and pampering and spa-like and just wonderful for yourself, but also long term, like I'm working on the whole self-confidence thing, and I want to be the person that feels real confident with no makeup on and all of that. And treating myself to those spa-like moments is ultimately what's going to end up resulting in the long-term confidence that I want to build in my own skin. Like literally confidence in my own skin. Going way beyond like the actual like weight loss and body confidence. No, literal skin confidence here. I need to prioritize facials. It's just been a budget item I haven't wanted to incorporate. This year has been fully fertility treatment focused, but I should spend some money in the self-care sense. You should definitely spend some money. Like personally, and I mean, you made a public comment about what you're doing, which I think is amazing that you're doing this, but make sure you get some self-care stuff in place before you become a mother because it's going to be a lot harder afterwards. I'm afraid to go get many beauty treatments because of COVID. I usually get massages and my nails every 2 weeks. I can barely bring myself to get my hair done right now. I get it. Like I said, all of the stuff that Sunny's situation makes me feel very safe. I haven't had a pedicure since I lived in Illinois, folks. I used to get pedicures every month. Like that's literally in the budget. It's in my husband's budget for me to go and get pedicures every month. And I haven't done it in a year and a half. So way before COVID. And then as I was like ready to jump in and be like, all right, we got to go find our hairdresser and I want to get a facialist and I want to do all these things. And pedicures was on that list. Wah, wah. So I get that. And my hairdresser, I got one haircut since this started. And it is a place that has shut down twice because they thought they might have been exposed to COVID. So like they're super careful. The second anything goes awry, you get an email that's like, we are doing that, there might have been COVID exposure. We're going to close down for a week, get the place thoroughly clean, blah, blah, blah. Like they're in it. So I feel really safe and confident in the place that I found here, but I'm going to see my girl back home next week, which is going to be amazing. And she's also in one of those salon places where it's just you and her. And she is so careful. She is so careful. We are so careful. So I'm not too worried about any of that, but I haven't gone to like the public places like the nail salons or anything like that. Hence me trying to become a master of my own manicure here. So I totally get it, Ashley. I totally get it. I like little bits of color and decoration, but need room to write. The creator of the greeting card does have CMT. Thank you for looking that up. Type 1A. 1A is the most common type, so that is not at all surprising. It's more my style too. I make kits and I love designing them. Love it, love it. I don't do true crime too much, but love me some 2020 on a Friday night after Violet goes to bed. Awesome. Love Who's Line. We've been watching Golden Girls. Golden Girls is another good one. Yes. Same vibe. Where all you do is laugh. All you do is laugh. Which is why I really enjoyed that we've started doing Blackish, because Blackish, all you do is laugh too. I'm here. Sarah's here. I used to watch Murder, She Wrote before bed. It came on meant it was time for bed. Yep. I ordered a thing called Colon Bloom. Comes once a week. I have celiac and minor IBS symptoms, so it was always an issue. Wait, what is it? It was an ad on Instagram. We'll update when it gets here. Oh, okay. So you haven't actually tried it yet. I will write it down and I will search for it. Because, like, I don't want to do, like, I'm adamantly against, like, cleanses for the sake of cleanses or whatever. But even Sunny mentioned, like, a gut cleanse. But, like, I don't know. I take a probiotic. But she's like, maybe it's time to switch up your probiotic. Find something a little bit more intense. I have one in mind that I have tried for a month and I enjoyed. But it's a lot more expensive than the one I currently take. But if it helps, maybe it'd be worth it. So I've started toying with what can I change up, but I also probably need to do less protein supplementation and more vegetables. So I need to figure that out. I'm sure there are plenty of things I can do to help, but also I don't know if it's a gut issue exactly, because for all intents and purposes, I feel like things are running okay. So I've never thought that I've had a gut issue, you know, but the face tells you a lot of things, and this will not go away. And all acne face maps say that this is hormones and gut. So, I don't know. Tell me about Seed, because that's the one that I was going to say. That's the one I took for a month, and I didn't know, I enjoyed it. I got it at a discount, so I enjoyed it. But long term, is it solid? Is it superior? Because that's exactly the brand that I was thinking about converting over to, was Seed. And it's like $50 a month or something. But if it works real well, it might be worth it. It really might be. I would stop other supplements that I take to be able to make up for the cost of a good probiotic, because I know that there is magic in a good probiotic. And I've been loving mine, but if there's something that if there's a way that I can step it up, maybe that's what I have to do. Oh look, we're all talking about it. I currently use the PE Science probiotic. It's called Symbiont GI. Over at PE Science. It's the only probiotic they have, and I have been really enjoying it. I have gone through 2 heavy-duty periods of different probiotics. I've tried a handful in my life. I have really gone through Nexabiotic probiotic, which is available on Amazon. And it's actually the probiotic I made my husband start taking, and he seems to think it's fine. I don't know if he notices a difference or not, but he takes it because I tell him to take it. And then I switched over to PE Science because I heard good things about that one, and I've been on PE Science for at least a year, maybe longer, with a 1-month hiatus for my Seed trial. But then I went back to PE Science because of the price. I like that it doesn't have to be in the fridge. Yeah. I enjoy Now Foods 25 billion, 50 caps for $14. I love Now Foods. I didn't even think to look into the fact that they had a probiotic. Now Foods 25 billion. Interesting. If you, I mean, I could look it up. I was going to have you send me a picture, but I could also just literally look it up on Amazon, couldn't I? Not just the theme. I sang Miami Medley, among others. What? I mean, I love me some Golden Girls. Gilmore Girls is a happy show. Not at all a comedy, but it's a comfort thing. I watch it daily for almost 20 years, and it makes me happy. Then, no, I'm not going to judge you at all. That's great. It's funny you mentioned Golden Girls, Gilmore Girls, because I was always the person, I never watched it when it was actually on. And again, at the Family Channel, I watched a lot of Family Channel, but after school, I'd come home and Gilmore Girls would always be on, and I would get so angry because I didn't want to watch Gilmore Girls. So why is Gilmore Girls always on the TV? I don't want to watch Gilmore Girls. And so, or like, it was always on that channel, which I would otherwise watch, but they put Gilmore Girls on. And whenever they decided to do a marathon, it was always a Gilmore Girls marathon, and I never understood it. And then at like age 25, when Gilmore Girls was on Netflix, I decided to watch it, and I loved it. I was like, I could have loved it 10 years earlier if I would have just turned on the stupid TV show, but I refused to turn on the TV show out of spite or something. I don't know. But I'm a big fan of Gilmore Girls. What is a probiotic supposed to be helpful for? Like recommended for everyone or only for certain issues? I mean, there is no reason not to take one. I don't think. Probiotics can only really help you because gut health is such an important thing. Like gut health really is the key to everything else in your body, truly. And I don't remember the exact words, but like even in my nutrition course, that was made very apparent. Like gut health is an important thing. And probiotics make sure you have enough of the good bacteria in your gut for your gut to do your job. Because we need all of that bacteria and stuff. It's all good bacteria living down there. It's some gross statistic, like five pounds or something. Like there is a significant weight to the number of bacteria that you have in your gut. But it's good for your immune system and good for all the things. So the healthier your gut, the better your entire body functions. So I've just, once I started taking a probiotic, I never stopped. And I started to notice that if I didn't take a probiotic, I would feel it. I would notice a difference. So I have been on a probiotic of some kind for several years now. Anybody married or married before and had to deal with family drama before the wedding? I'm going through some right now and I'm trying not to let it tear me up. I am sorry that you are going through that. I didn't have to deal with much major, like nothing major. The in-laws all get along and everything is hunky-dory. So I don't have anything that I can really relate to for that, but we're open to hearing your struggles and open to giving you advice if you want to air your struggles. But remember, it's your day. It's your day. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's all about you and your man and getting married. As long as you end up married by the end of the day has gone perfectly. And that's what I tell all brides that I encounter. As long as you end the day married, everything went right. I don't know if that helps in any way, but it ain't about them. Don't let them make it about them. Gilmore Girls is a comfort show for Sarah too. You do need to keep it in the fridge. Be careful ordering supplements from Amazon. I've gotten expired stuff from them a few times. I'll send it to you. Okay. I'm married 4 years and still don't totally get along with my husband's stepmom and siblings. So hard. We just tried to stay zen and let them think they were right. It's not worth the fights. Just try to enjoy your day and remember it's about you and your man. Yep. Mine's a his stepmom thing too. Okay. Oh, man. Seed likes to talk about healthy poop. I mean, that's a thing. Healthy poop. There are diagrams. I actually think my nutrition program, we have all access to all sorts of images and all sorts of infographics and all that stuff. We definitely have one on poop. 100%. On like different, like, is your poop healthy? And here's what the different options mean. Talk about and shit tell you and all that stuff. 100%. It is a key indicator of health, truly. Might have to try a probiotic. Yeah. I recommend, and this is your day, hair flip. 100% this is your day. I literally woke up on my wedding day, or even before that, and I feel like I've told you guys this story before and recently too. But the last thing I had to do was go and get a guest book for my wedding. And we went like 2 days before the wedding, and we went to Michael's. I was with my mom and I think my sisters, who are my Christina, who comes on here usually, it was my maid of honor, and then my youngest sister. So I think all of us were running errands, and we stopped at Michael's, and I picked up my thing and my guest book, and we walked out. And as we were walking to the car, I said the words, "I'm officially done planning my wedding. From this point forward, the day revolves around me, and I don't have to have anything to do with it." Like, that's literally what I said. I'm like, I want the whole day to just go around me. It just needs to happen. I don't want to have to fix anything. I don't want to have to worry about anything. I just want to wake up that day, go to the church, and get married. That's the only thing I want to do. And that's exactly how it went. There were a couple of things that like apparently happened with the centerpieces and whatever, and the people that were in charge of the centerpieces never even told me. I didn't find out until months later that there was ever a mishap with the centerpieces. And it was my aunt's best friend, who's like another aunt of mine, who was in charge of designing these things, and they were beautiful. And something went wrong with them. I can't remember what it was, but she literally told me, and I was like, well, why didn't you say anything? And she goes, it wasn't your job to know. I wasn't going to tell you. Oh my God, Lissa. A 99-cent poop. Oh my gosh. And yeah, so just let the day happen. Cause yeah, the other ladies are right. It goes really fast. It goes so fast. And I remember so much about my day, but it was also such a blur because it just like all this planning and all of this thing, and all of a sudden, like it's just done. The party happens, the I-dos happen, the getting ready happens, and just boom. And so enjoy it. It's about you. Just get married. Just get married. That's all you gotta do. Just get married. Because the wedding is a party. The marriage is what's important. So you start your marriage that day. So that's just the beginning. And I know people know that, but it's so easy to get so focused on the wedding that you forget that it's part of the, like, it's just the starting off point. And what was very helpful for me actually, so when we got engaged a week before I moved away from Chicago and went to North Carolina to close the gap between me and Eric. We went to his business school engaged, and it was the first time we lived in the same place. So I had a week from getting engaged, and I knew I wanted to get married in my church. That was the one thing I knew, and being the bride, his family and him, he was like, yes, you get to get married wherever you want. You're the bride. So I wanted to get married in my church, which was, it's a stunning church. And so we're like, okay, that means we have a week to pick a date and a venue. Go. And so by the time and Eric was gone at this point, he was back in Florida. So my mom, my sisters, and I went to the different venues and whatever, and we had my reception venue picked up and the date plugged into the church calendar before I left a week later. And so a lot of this stuff happened, a lot of the wedding planning, like in terms of working with the hotel, because we had our reception at a hotel so people could stay there, and it was all just in one place. My mom and my sister went and did all of the hands-on stuff because I was in North Carolina. So half of the wedding planning, I didn't even plan. Oh, I lived in Chapel Hill. My husband went to business school at UNC. So, and I worked at the Chapel Hill School of Music and whatever. I loved it down there. Well, I hope beyond hope that we end up living somewhere around there again, because I loved living in North Carolina so much. There she is. I was wondering if you were still here. Go Tar Heels. His dad went to UNC as well. But yeah, so I think for me, a lot of the anticipation of the wedding day stress and the weight of the wedding day wasn't there because half of the planning I didn't do directly. My mom and my sisters did it and got all the information, and I just had to go and make some quick decisions. And like when I left for a while and my phone video went black, I don't know what to tell you. Pretty soon you're just gonna get to see it live in the same room. Maybe I'll have you on as a guest. You're in Raleigh. Look at that. Yeah, RTP, man. We loved it there. We really, really loved it there. And we knew we were getting such great in-laws that I didn't have anything to worry about. You say that as a joke, but it's absolutely true. I love the fact that I can, like, the stereotype of the in-laws, the horrifying in-laws, I love that I don't actually live that. I love my in-laws. So, and I'm not just saying that because she's here. I really, truly love my in-laws. They are my second set of parents, which is also how I was raised, because my mother actually met my father when she was 14. So her So my grandpa, my dad's dad, has actually been her father longer than her father has been, because my mom's dad died when she was 19. So we never met him or anything like that. They had just gotten engaged and he passed away later. So my dad's dad has been my mother's dad longer than my mother's dad has been. So I was raised in a family where the in-laws were also the parents, like equally, 100% equally. And like my mom calls my grandpa dad, and it's not her father, it's my dad's father. So I was raised in a family that had in-laws that all got along just fine anyway. And so that's very normal for me. And I am so lucky that I have sane in-laws that I love and I'm very excited to see soon. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And it's not just because you live in Florida and I'm in 32-degree weather right now, I promise. But yeah, so that my whole point was, like, the weight of the wedding, like, that's a thing, but make sure you don't focus solely on that, you know? Make sure you don't focus solely on the wedding, because the marriage, it's about the marriage. And when I was in North Carolina and only kind of half wedding planning, I was able to much more focus on the fact that I get to marry this man that's here with me, but we get to have a really killer party first. Like, that's kind of what it was. And we even worked in, because without fail, something goes wrong at every wedding. We planned our something to go wrong. We planned it by having my, at the time, not quite 2-year-old nephew, he was like 2 weeks shy of turning 2, be our ring bearer. We knew he wasn't gonna make it down the aisle. He wasn't even 2 years old, but we did it anyway. And you know what? He didn't make it down the aisle, and it was hysterical. Was it picture perfect and flawless and everything went without a hitch? No, we literally planned our hitch into the wedding. And it was great. And so when the thing went wrong, we didn't even bat an eye. We laughed. I wish I could have watched it, but I couldn't, because otherwise Eric would have seen me. So I had my cousin, who was being my usher. I'm like, tell me what's happening. Tell me what's happening. He goes, he's walking, he's walking, he's walking, he's turning around, and then you just hear laughter from the people in the sanctuary. It was hysterical. It was so funny. We planned our flaw because you got to prepare for something to go wrong, right? Having Becky on would be cool. You hear that? Becky, you want to be a guest on my live stream? That would be a lot of fun. And she would actually have something relevant to the channel to talk about too, because she's been killing it in her weight loss journey. That would be a lot of fun. I feel like Christina should be here making comments about all the work she had to do. She did do a lot. She was a very good maid of honor. I'd love for a special live stream guest. My former in-laws were great. I love how there are videos where you talk about your family and I can't immediately tell if it's your side of the family or Eric's. Doesn't matter. Like, truly, it's his grandparents are my grandparents. My parents are his parents are my parents. And we have all made that abundantly clear in our relationships. Like, the first time we went and stayed with his parents for an extended period of time, his dad pulled me aside, and like, we were still like not newly married, but like the marriage was still young or whatever, and he said, he goes, this, while you are here, this is your house. If you need anything, you let me know, and you are welcome to whatever it is you need. No, you don't have to ask, just this is your house while you are here. And it was so sweet, and it really made me feel at home, and our relationship has been like that ever since. So there is, it's all one family. It's all one family. Our families have gotten together for Christmas a couple of times, and it has been amazing. Like, and a lot of people would cringe at like the in-laws all getting together. No, it was a great Christmas whenever we do that. It's a lot of fun. And that little nephew is now almost 9. I know that, like, TJ's literally how we gauge our, like, where we're at in our marriage. Because when I met my husband, my sister-in-law was pregnant with that boy who was our ring bearer. And so our relationship is essentially the same age as that child. And he's 9 now. And he's a young man. He's not a kid. He's a young man now. Oh my gosh. I find it hard to believe that he was ever shy, actually, after seeing that video of his show this weekend. Tell you what, I love that, and it definitely gives me hope, because that's something I want one day. It's out there, people. It's out there. Just gotta, I don't know. I can't even tell you how to look for it. I just got really lucky. I even told my husband last night that as he was breaking into song from the producers, in our kitchen while he was doing something. He literally like full on enthusiastic, almost dance number in our kitchen, Broadway show tunes. I just sat there and I looked at him and he was like, "Are you judging me?" I'm like, "No, actually, I was just thinking about how you are literally the man I always said I was going to marry." And because I always joked, because I knew that I wanted to be in theater and do music and stuff for a long time. And so I always would tell my mom or whatever, like jokingly, I'd be like, "Oh, it's okay. I'm just going to marry a doctor or a businessman who doesn't do theater," because I could not handle marrying another actor. But he has an appreciation for theater. My whole high school and college life, those are the words I said. Every time we talked about the man I would marry someday. Somebody who is in business or is a doctor and has an appreciation but does not do theater. And I'll be darned if that's not exactly who I married, as he was breaking out into the king of old Broadway in our kitchen last night. I'm just sitting there shaking my head. I'm like, holy cow, I actually did it. Like, really, truly. And like, I knew that, obviously, but it's fun to be reminded, you know? I already know I don't want dual family gatherings. It's going to be great to have you guys here. 2 more people to break into song in a moment's notice. Y'all, there's going to be a lot of breaking into song. I break into song a lot. I've actually been sitting here going, I need to remember what music books they have and if I need to throw in a couple music books because I really want to make sure I sing. And you have a piano so I can sing, and I just need to bring a couple books with me so I actually do sing. I don't know how much sound carries in that house, but I can make it musical in there. Fear not. So that would be fun. But yeah, that got off on a very different tangent. You are falling in love with him again. Not a bad thing. That's true. That's true. Yeah, it was cute. I like when he breaks into song randomly. It's a lot of fun for me. And it's funny because I don't break into song randomly nearly as much as he does, and I'm the singer. Which is probably why. It's also the reason why I don't like to do karaoke unless I'm with other theater people. I hate when I'm like the singer and they want me to do karaoke. I'm like, I don't want to do karaoke. Like I don't know. Like and I'm not the only singer that feels that way. They're like, you got to be in the right conditions to do karaoke. So he'll break into song much more frequently than I will. I'm gonna cut out early, time to put Violet the ice cream monster to bed. Good night, Ashley. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, but that's all I got, y'all. That's all I've got. As a friendly reminder, first of all, I don't know if the I Trek Bites meeting is even happening. I'm sure it is. I don't know what time it starts anymore. I should, but I don't. We make up songs to sing to the cat based on tunes from other songs. Excellent. We change lyrics to songs too to try and make them fit whatever our situation is. I don't make up songs to sing to Gracie, but I do sing Go 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 Joe to her every time we have to take her to the bathroom though, because she likes to like wander slowly. So to create speed, I'm like, Go 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 Joe, go go go. So I break into Joseph like 6 times a day, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. As a reminder, I said it at the beginning of the stream, but I will say it again at the end. There is no live stream next week, and there will likely not be a live stream the week following. So be aware of that. You won't see my face for a couple of weeks, but when I'm back, it'll be a good conversation, I promise. It starts at 7:30. That's what I thought. So they're probably just about done now too. Yeah. Any last minute thoughts, comments, questions, concerns? I'll be married next time I see y'all. And we can't wait to hear all about it. That is very, very exciting. We will keep you in our thoughts and our prayers, and it'll be great. I'm so excited for you. I have a mask song that I sing when I'm shopping. Fantastic. I don't sing when I shop, but I do talk to myself. So I kind of like the mask to, I can talk to myself in private now and not totally look like a crazy person when I talk to myself while I'm in the store. Yeah. But that's all I got, folks. That's all she wrote. Do I have anything else? No. Nobody ever actually told me, would you guys like to see the gift guide before the goals video? Or is the difference between the 3rd and the 7th not big enough where it matters? That's my last thing. If you have thoughts about that, send me a message, what you want to see, because I can switch those out, but I have dates for everything else meticulously picked out, so it's only going to be a flip-flop of those goals. Enjoy the cake. I will enjoy the cake. I actually just remembered that that's what I get to go do now. 3rd and 7th, not a big deal. Post how you want. Great. Okay. So that'll be part of Vlogmas. I'm very, very excited. It'll be good. It'll be good. This month's going to be a little bit crazy, but we'll get through it, and I will be vlogging the entire way, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And yeah, that's all I got. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Take care, and I will see you in a couple of weeks.